Are lateral raises enough to grow your side deltoid muscles? There are nuances to this and please hear me out. The general population thinks that the deltoid muscle has 3 parts, the anterior, middle and posterior, but anatomically it has 7 heads. So you need to train your goddamn deltoid muscle in different angles and different variations for its overall growth. So what is the function of the side deltoids? It is to abduct the arm in the frontal plane. Considering this, frontal plane abduction movements like dumbbell lateral raises are enough to grow your side deltoids. But is this actually true considering the progressive overload capacity of the dumbbell lateral raises? Okay, a newbie enters a gym and he starts doing his dumbbell lateral raises with 3 kilograms. And then he goes to 5 kilograms, 7.5 kilograms and then to 10 kilograms. And now he's kind of stuck. People say that okay, they can dumbbell lateral raise with 15 kilograms. But have you seen their form? It's so much body English while they do heavy dumbbell lateral raises, and as you progressively overload on this dumbbell lateral raises, the shoulders tend to hurt because of the awkwardly internally rotated position. I'm not telling dumbbell lateral raises are bad. They are amazing exercise to grow your middle deltoids. But this progressive overload capacity of dumbbell lateral raises need to be considered. So there's a new taboo that bench press is enough to grow your anterior deltoids and you do not need to do overhead press. I consider this notion an absolute bullshit because when you skip the anterior deltoid training, which is in the frontal plane, your side delts is also going to suffer, and let me explain why. See guys, the lateral deltoids does the abduction in the frontal plane. It can do abduction till here. I know your traps take over, but it does contribute to overhead abduction also. So when you're doing the OHP, you're lengthening your side deltoids and then you're contracting your side deltoids. And considering the progressive overload capacity of the overhead press, your middle deltoids does get a lot of stimulus, especially when you're performing your overhead press in the frontal plane or somewhere in the scapular plane. To actually train a muscle, you need to lengthen the muscle and contract the muscle. And when you're doing the overhead press, look, your middle deltoids are getting lengthened and it's getting contracted. Considering this, overhead press should be a staple in shoulder training, and you can do your overhead presses seated for extra added stability, and many people recommend this too. There are some scientists, pencil neck gurus, who claim that okay, you just do bench press and your anterior delts get trained pretty well and you can entirely skip overhead pressing are absolute morons, and don't listen to them. It's as simple as that. Another exercise which is pretty much underrated for your side delt growth is the upright rows. I know people are fear mongering about this movement, telling that oh, your body, your shoulder might just dislocate off its capsule and your glenohumeral ligaments can tear and lax and all that bullshit. What does an upright row do? It does frontal plane abduction, which means your middle deltoids is getting contracted and also a good amount of your traps is getting contracted. This exercise is amazing to grow your bulbous middle deltoids, and it has an insane progressive overload capacity. I know people fearmonger about the upright rows, telling that it is gonna damage your glenohumeral joint, it is gonna tweak your glenohumeral ligaments, yada yada. Again, the type of acromion is considered. People with type 3 acromion can have some issues, rotator cuff issues, due to the extra squeezing of the subacromial space. But is this all actually true? A lot of people have been able to perform upright rows safely. Start with a lighter load, slowly, progressively overload, building the tissue capacity. If the barbell upright rows hurt you, try different attachments. Try a rope, try a D handle, try a cuff, okay? There are different variations. Use dumbbell upright rows. You can always try different variations and see whether it actually hurts your joint or not. If it actually hurts, then please consider the load. Are you ego lifting? Are you using a lot of momentum, body English? Then lighten the load and learn the proper form. While performing the upright rows, make sure you have a neutral spine, not hyperarched. Neutral spine, because your scapula needs to move properly on your posterior rib cage. If your scapula is not able to move freely, then your shoulder joint is eventually gonna hurt. So for optimally training your side deltoid muscle, OHP, that is the overhead press, upright rows and lateral raises, whether you do it with a dumbbell, a cuff or D-handle or any other attachment, these three movements need to be staple in your shoulder workout program. And direct posterior deltoid training, that is you can do face pulls or a fly, rear deltoid fly, or you can do a pec deck, or you can do a cable thing, cable skiers kind of thing. You need to do all these movements to optimally grow your deltoids, okay? And there needs to be less fear mongering when it comes for upright rows and all the other movements, because the more you fear monger, the more people don't go to the gym thinking that, oh, they will get injured, and they stick to their sedentary lifestyle, and that is more harmful than actually going to the gym and maybe slightly getting tendonitis. That is better than actually skipping the gym. So to conclude, people who fearmonger, an absolute fuck you, okay? The injury-free lifting thing is a meme, it's a myth. That's not gonna happen. When you lift heavy, you will get injured, you will get tendonitis. It's a trade-off, okay? It's a trade-off. But look at the benefits that the exercise resistance training offer. Reduce risk of all-cause mortality, better insulin sensitivity, better joint strength, tendon strength, ligament strength, etc., etc. The list goes on. But not going to the gym because you have been fearmongered and leading a sedentary lifestyle is more harmful, and there is enough data to support this. I hope this message sinks in, and until then, peace out.
देखिए, एक तो बेसिक ट्रिक है, एक तो लाइक और शेयर ठोक दीजिए, महाकाल का दबा के लाइक और शेयर ठोक दीजिए, 5000 लौटे दिख जाना चाहिए। ये 4000 के लिए मैं यहाँ पे नहीं खड़ा हूँ, पूरा साल मेहनत करता हूँ आपके लिए बेटा। ऐसा नहीं चलेगा, ऐसा नहीं चलेगा। लाइक ठोकी दबा के, लाइक ठोकिए। यहाँ पे देखिए, ऐसा क्वेश्चन चुटकी बजाते